Hello guys, it's Bino123 and I'm back with another r/entitled parents. So feel free to subscribe if you want to see daily Reddit memes. Let's get straight into the video. This one's titled, Mother Threatened to Punch Me Over a Build-A-Bear. Hi, so I'm a long time reader of this thread, but I've always been too shy to post my stories. I don't know if this is interesting compared to some other stories, but yeah, I thought I'd finally share. I worked at Build-A-Bear, BAB, for 2.5 years. Over those 2 years, I met a ton of entitled parents. I worked Black Fridays, Teddy Bear Days, and yes, the hellish Pay Your Age Day over the past summer, which is what finally made me leave. Just so you know, a store like this gets a lot of entitled parents. I understood that pretty well within my first few weeks. They are expensive toys and parents get weird about their kids. I get it. This story is from my very first Black Friday event. My first Black Friday at BAB was about 2 months after I started working there. I got hired right after our huge Teddy Bear Day sale, so this was my first big sale with the company. I was scheduled to work 6 PM to 3 AM and then the next day earlier in the morning till afternoon. I didn't mind too much because I had nothing better to do and wanted the holiday pay. Our sales on Black Friday were pretty decent. It's normally like a $5 to $8 bear and then 50% off or buy one get one $5 on select bears. The only ones normally excluded were the brand new ones or our most popular. The ones excluded this season was Pokemon, Star Wars and Paw Patrol. Every little kid wanted a Paw Patrol character. I think it came out around the time I started working, but really I'm not sure. After a few hours of pretty steady crowds, around 10 PM we got swamped with people. I got stuck on the stuffer, filling up bears for the long line of families, most being pretty nice. People get excited getting a 35 stuffed animal for half off and that tends to put them in a good mood. I was stuffing bears for some kids, talking to them about their favourite things to do at school, their favourite shows and so on. The normal things they train us to talk to kids about. When their mum pointed behind me to a woman, EP, switching the sales signs from a generic cat to the Paw Patrol stuffed animals, I thanked her for pointing it out and asked them to wait on a second while I handle it since we were swamped and I was the closest associate. As I was walking up, she finished switching the signs and grabbed 2 of the characters. Before she could walk away, I greeted her and spoke to her like I would any other customer. Note, these are paraphrases because it was a few years ago, but we followed a script for talking to customers, so a lot of the things are similar. Hi ma'am, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Just so you know, Paw Patrol is actually excluded from the sale, but we do have our other dogs right next to them and they are also super cute. EP, well, the sign says it's 50% off. What are you saying? I'm a liar? Me. I noticed that and that's actually why I walked over to switch it back. Someone must have switched it while we were distracted. I just wanted to warn you before we got to the register. I'm really sorry for the inconvenience. EP, what happened to the customer is always right? Are you stupid? Me. Still keeping calm. I'm sorry ma'am, our company actually is really strict with pricing and the cash register won't be overriding sales above 35%, so even if that was the policy, we wouldn't be able to ring it up. EP takes a step closer to me, trying to intimidate me. Who are you to tell me this? Me, starting to get kinda scared. Well, I'm just an associate. My managers are currently at the register. If you want to wait a few minutes so I can close my side of the stuff and go get one, I'd be more than happy to. EP, shut up! Gets more up in my face. Me, flinches and takes a step back. EP, raising her fist at me. Me, I'm sorry, it's just our policy. I was tearing up at this point. EP, just yelling, saying the same stuff at me. I'm going to be honest, I don't know if she was being loud or not, I was having a panic attack. At this point, one of my managers was near me. I don't know at what point she saw me, but she stepped between us. She turned to me and asked what happened. I explained the situation, basically saying, I saw this woman switching the signs and then she threatened to assault me. The EP tried to fight it, what happened, but while she was screaming at me and trying to get close to me again to intimidate me, my manager dismissed me to my lunch so I could go hide in the back until it was handled. This all happened within 3 to 5 minutes. I was hiding for like 30 minutes in the back and then finally walked out and the store had died down a tiny bit and my managers caught me up on what happened once I left. I guess they threatened to call security, but since she was holding up the entire store and people were leaving, they just gave her a $5 off card. Fewer savings than anything on sale at the store, and I told her to leave or security is coming. I guess she kept insulting my glasses, which is probably the weirdest part because I am short and slightly fat, lol. Much easier things to insult. I have a ton of more EP stories, but this is 100% the worst one. I hope you guys enjoy it, lol. But well done for getting that $5. Hope it's worth it because when you come back, people are just gonna be spitting in that bear. This one's titled, EP thinks her son deserves my spot in line because I'm disabled. Apologies if the format isn't the greatest, I'm using my iPad for this. So as context, I have Scheuermann psychosis and I had an online friend fly all the way from California to meet me face to face for the first time. So I'm in Minnesota and with him being from California, he had all the crazy amusement parks and stuff, but he wanted to go to Valley Fair, which I was fine with. And we planned for 2 days from now, so the park had a rule where if you show proof you're disabled, you don't have to wait in line. You can tell the operator you're disabled and he will give you a time to come back to ride. So you still have to wait to ride, but just not standing the whole time, so it's easier on my spine. EP equals entitled parent, EK equals entitled kid, F equals friend, M equals me, O equals operator. So we tell the operator we're disabled. He was too, and he says okay, come back in 90 minutes to ride, as that was the line time. Time goes by and it's like 70 minutes later, so we get ready to head over there, and here's what happens. Me, dude, I'm so excited for this ride. This is one I've never been on but always wanted to try. Friend, yeah, me too. Hey, is your spine holding up okay? Me, somewhat, I'm kinda sore. Hey, you two guys can go on now, your wait time is up. EP, what the hell is this BS? Oh, excuse me ma'am, what's the issue? EP, my son has waited 90 peeping minutes to ride this ride and you let these two go in scot-free? Operator, ma'am, they are disabled, so they still have to wait the time. They would have to in line, just not in the line. EP, are you stupid? I don't see a wheelchair or any special people equipment with them. Me having enough of this, I stand up and calmly say, ma'am, I physically cannot wait in line for that long without experiencing crippling pain. Then get what EK says. EK, sir, why do they get to not be in the line? It's not my fault he has a crappy spine. Friend, hey pal, why don't you try to walk a step in a disabled person's shoes? You won't last a day, so be quiet and stop moaning like your mum is. They storm off for a few minutes and I thought that was over. EP, hey, Mr. Operator, give my son one of their spots. They obviously aren't disabled, they are just punk teens who are taking away the fun from everyone else and I can't stand it. Oh, miss, this is your last warning. Stop harassing these kids or I'm afraid you're gonna have to leave. She got livid at this and started screaming again that the park was corrupt and blah blah blah, so she gets kicked out and the operator felt so bad he gave me and my friend free season passes and I still see/talk to him from time to time. A shame my friend was only visiting because we had a blast beside that incident. Sorry again for the format everyone, I haven't posted much but thank you for reading. Whoa, that's a lot of upvotes too. Thank you everyone for the positive comments, that the community has been very welcoming and very nice. Damn, that kid has got some bad attitude. But I'm gonna be honest, I can understand that a kid saying that because I guess kids don't understand the struggles of someone being disabled, I guess. Even though I don't know because I'm not disabled and I don't have spinal issues. But like, the mother should have been handling this. They should have definitely been telling the kid to shut up and not encouraging it by acting up as well. And I kind of like this story about how the amusement park handled the disabled part, because they didn't give them like free fast lanes. They actually gave them a line that they had to pretty much wait in, except for they didn't wait because of their body. They still had to wait like everyone else. So I think that's pretty fair. If I heard that, I'd be like, fair enough. The people had to wait. They waited their line, even though they weren't really in it. Technically they were. because they waited. It's not like they jumped the queue. So I'd be all fine with it. This one's gonna be the last one for the video, guys. So I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe for daily Reddit memes. Let's get straight into it. This one's titled, "Hey you, stop beeping cheating." Hey guys, this is my first post on the Reddit. I'm also on mobile, so mind the formatting. EM equals entitled mother, KA equals kid, me equals me. I play tennis just about every Saturday against people in different suburbs. One day I was playing against the lowest team in my section. I was playing my singles against this kid who looks like he was 11. I was 13 at the time and I'm really tall, so I had a good advantage. Whenever I won a point, the kid would get really angry and swear. I was playing this kid for about 39 minutes before the beast shows up. The EM comes over and starts watching our game. She keeps encouraging her son, even when the score was 5-0 to me. He keeps on whining and I keep on winning until the K hits a shot that was really close to being in. The EM was sitting there, waiting there for my call. When I said it was out, the EM got up and yelled at me, "EM, you liar, that ball was in by a mile." Me, "Sorry miss, but that was I was cut off by her yelling at me. EM, "Stop parking lying, that was in. I bet you've been unfair the whole entire game, you little poop." I then tell her that it's my call on whether it was in or not. She continues to keep yelling at me. Some other parents inform her to quiet down because there were other people playing. EM, "How dare you talk to me that way?" She screams at the innocent parent with a blood-curdling tone. After she was done scaring the parents, she turns around and noticed that I was watching her go on a rampage. She heads onto the court and starts walking towards me. She ripped from me and smashes it on the ground until it was in about 4 pieces. The racket was not cheap. Luckily, my mum had just arrived. She is a police officer and she sometimes comes around to watch me play for a bit while she's on the job. When she sees that the EM is doing, she runs over and tackles her and then cuffs her. I don't believe she was sent to jail. She just got fined for destroying my property and apparently assaulting some of the parents. After all that, I got to finish my match with the kid because I had a spare racket. I ended up beating him 6-1. The dad comes and picks up his son. The K tells him that I cheated against him. The dad then gave me a deathly stare before leaving. Hope you guys enjoy this. Heart emoji. To this, all I say is, it's only a game. Why you have to be mad for? But seriously, if I saw a mad mother running at me, or you're walking at me, you just know I'm running. He got lucky, he or she just got lucky that the bat got destroyed. If that was me, I'm running with my bat because ain't no one beating me up or breaking my racket. I need to speak to the manager. Has a card. Turns it around. I am the manager. Ah, it burns. It can't be. I play tennis just about every Saturday.